Dear student, now I give lecture on generation of high DC voltage. Comes under generation of high DC voltages. We studied about the electrostatic machines. Basic principle comes under electrostatic machines. First we studied about the basic principle, then Van de Graaff generators and electrostatic generators. Now we studied about the basic principle of electrostatic machines. Two types of machine is there. One is electromagnetic machines, another one is electrostatic machines. The electromagnetic machines, the current carrying conductors also moved in a magnetic field so that the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. This is the principle of electromagnetic machines. But electrostatic machines, the charged bodies are moved in an electric field against the electrostatic field in order that the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So this is the basic principle of electrostatic machines. Okay. Then if an insulated belt with a charge density delta moves in an electric field E of x between two electrodes with separation S, then the charge on the strip of belt at a distance dx is dq equal to del into b into dx. B is the width of the belt, Q is the charge of the belt, and then delta is the charge density, dx is the distance. Then the force on the belt, that is F, is calculated by using the formula F equal to integral 0 to S E of x dq, that is equal to integral 0 to S del B E of x into dx. If the belt moves with a velocity that is small v, then the mechanical power P required to move the belt P is equal to force into velocity, that is F into small v, that is equal to del B small v integral 0 to S E of x into dx. The current I in the electrostatic system is given as I equal to dq by dt. Then that is I equal to del into B into dx by dt only, that is equal to del BV. The potential difference capital V between the electrodes. Students, you carefully remember, small v is the velocity of the belt and then capital V is the RMS value of the potential difference between the two electrodes. Okay. Then capital V equal to integral 0 to S E of x into dx. In an electrostatic machines, the mechanical power required to move the belt, because the conversion is mechanical energy into electrical energy. So what is the need of mechanical power in electrostatic machine? The mechanical power required to move the belt at a velocity v, that is small v. Therefore the mechanical power P is equal to force F into small v. This mechanical power is converted into electrical power, which is also denoted by capital P, but the formula is P is equal to VI. So the mechanical power formula P equal to FV, the electrical power formula is P is equal to VI. We are assuming there are no losses in the electrostatic machine. Okay. Comes under electrostatic machine, I already told you two types of generator is there. One is Van de Graaff generators, another one is electrostatic generators. The Van de Graaff generator is one such electrostatic machine which generates very high DC voltages with a small output current. Okay. Now we detailedly studied about the Van de Graaff generators. Okay. This type of generator is usually enclosed in an earthed metallic cylindrical vessel and is operated under pressure or in vacuum. The charge is sprayed onto an insulating moving belt from corona points at a potential of 10 to 100 kV above the earth and is removed and collected from the belt connected to the inside of an insulated metal electrode through which the belt moves. Okay, the belt is driven by an electric motor at a speed of 1000 to 200 meter per minute only. Okay, so the potential of the high voltage electrode above the earth at any instant is capital V is equal to Q by C. Q is the charge stored, C is the capacitance of the high voltage electrode to earth. The potential of the high voltage electrode rises at a rate. The formula is dV by dt equal to 1 by C into dQ by dt, that is equal to I by C. You already know I is nothing but dQ by dt. So therefore dV by dt equal to 1 by C into dQ by dt, that is equal to I by C, where I is the net charging current. This is the schematic diagram of Van de Graaff generators. Now you see the diagram. The bottom high DC source, then lower spray point is there. Above the lower spray point, motor driven pulley, then insulated belt, earthed enclosure, upper pulley insulated from the terminal, upper spray point, high voltage terminal and collector. So this is the Van de Graaff generators. Okay. A steady potential will be attained by the high voltage electrode when the leakage current and the load current are equal to the charging current. The shape of the electrode is nearly spherical only. The shape of the high voltage electrode is made with re-entrant edges. Why we design like this means to avoid high surface field gradients, corona and other local discharges. The charging of the belt is done by the lower spray point. Already we see the diagram now, is the below only the is there, which are the sharp needles and connected to the DC source. The DC source is nothing but 10 to 100 kV. Therefore the corona is maintained between the moving belt and the needles. The charge from the corona points is collected by the collecting needles from the belt and is transferred to the high voltage electrode as belt enters into the high voltage electrode only. The belt returns with the charge dropped and the fresh charges is sprayed onto it as it passes through the lower corona point. Okay, then usually in order to make the charging more effective and to utilize the return path of the belt for charging purposes, a self-inducing arrangement or second corona point system excited by a rectifier inside the high voltage terminal is employed. To obtain this self-charging system, the upper pulley is connected to the collector needle. Therefore, it is maintained at a potential higher than that of the high voltage terminal. The second row of corona points connected to the inside of the high voltage terminal and directed towards the pulley above its point to entry into the terminal gives a corona discharges to the belt. Okay, so this neutralizes any charges on the belt and leaves an excess of opposite polarity to the terminal to travel down with the belt to the bottom point only. So for a given belt speed, the rate of charging is doubled. Okay, then you see the charging current I is equal to B into V into delta. Delta is the charge density, B is the breadth of the belt in meter, V is the velocity, and then delta is the surface charge density. Unit is coulomb per meter square. The delta is great, this is the less than or equal to 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 5 coulomb per meter square, the breadth of the belt B is equal to 3 meter, and then the velocity is equal to 3 meter per second. Now by using the formula I equal to del BV, you can calculate the charging current is equal to 125 microamps. The generator is worked in a high pressure gaseous medium. The pressure range is 5 to 15 atm. What type of gases we are used in the Van de Graaff generators? Nitrogen, air furan mixer or sulfur hexafluoride. Van de generators are useful for very high voltage and low current applications. The output voltage is easily controlled by controlling the corona source voltages and the rate of charging also. So the voltage can be stabilized as that is 0.01%. Okay. So these are the extremely flexible and precious machines for voltage generation. Okay. Now we studied about the electrostatic generators. Okay. This is the second type of the electrostatic machines. The Van de Graaff generators are high voltage but low current. The power devices and their power rating seldom exceeds few tens of kilowatt only. The electrostatic machine which effectively convert mechanical energy into electrical energy using variable capacitor principle was developed. These are the essential doers of the electromagnetic machines and are constant voltage variable capacitance machines also. An electrostatic generator consists of a stator with interleaved rotor bands forming a variable capacitor and operates in vacuum. Okay. Electrostatic generator, that is the current through the variable capacitor is I is equal to dV by dt plus V into dC by dt, where C is the capacitor charged to a potential V. Okay. The power input to the circuit at any instant P is equal to Vi. So therefore, can substitute instead of I, the formula is I is equal to dV by dt plus V into dC by dt in the power formula, that is power input formula. P is equal to Ci dV by dt plus V squared dC by dt. Suppose the dC by dt is negative, the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. When the capacitor charged with DC voltage, that is capital V, and then C dV by dt equal to 0. Again the power formula, that means can be rewritten as V squared into dC by dt only. Now the electrostatic generators, the schematic diagram. Now you see the diagram. This is the synchronous electrostatic generator. Voltage V is there. The one number represents stator with van. 2 is the rotor shaft. 3 is the rotor vans. A and B, capital A and B is the rectifiers. E is the line voltage output, which is negative only. So these are things. Now we studied about the explanation of a schematic diagram of synchronous electrostatic generator. So this it is interleaved stator and rotor plates is shown in the figure. The rotor is insulated from the ground and is maintained at a potential of capital V. The rotor to stator capacitance varies from Cm to C0. And the stator is connected to a common point between the two rectifiers across the DC output, which is minus E volts. The Cm is nothing but the capacitance of the rotor, which is maximum. The rectifier B does not conduct. The stator is at ground potential. The potential E is applied across the rectifier A. So the V is applied across Cm. Therefore, the rotor rotates, the capacitance C decreases and the voltage across the C increases. This is the basic concept of electrostatic generators. Okay. Then the stator becomes more negative with respect to ground. The stator reaches the line potential, that is minus E. The rectifier A only conducts. Further movement of the rotor causes the current to flow from the generator. Now the rectifier B have the voltage capital E across the rectifier B. The charge left in the generator, so therefore the charge Q0 is equal to C0 into V plus E into CS plus CR, where CS is the stator capacitance to earth, CR is the capacitance of the rectifier B to earth, C0 is the minimum capacitance, that is stator to rotor capacitance, and then the generator output, the electrostatic generator output to voltage 1 megavolt, that is the field gradient is 1 megavolt per centimeter, and then the generator is in high vacuum and having 16 rotor poles, 50 rotor plates. The rotor plate size is dia 4 feet maximum dia, 2 feet minimum dia. The speed of the generator is 4000 rpm and the power is 7 megawatt only. The generation of power is 7 megawatt only. So in this lecture video, we studied about only electrostatic machines. Thank you students for watching this video.